nice and beautiful people. I just first of all I want to apologize for my ignorance. My last video was very disrespectful. I was just like, Vibes God, and just don't give a fuck. Oh, I said it again. I'm sorry, and just didn't care. You know what I mean? I want to apologize for my favorite. As my favorite, she's one of my favorite person. Karma would say I'm class ghetto. Yeah, I'm class ghetto. That was so ghetto. That was just I talking my talk as a Jamaican, feeling proud to be a Jamaican, and I couldn't even get a chance with the people I know in the background. So it come off ignorant. Like that's what I said about me because I talking, I vlogging, and these people feel a hold what I'm saying, and that was the result of that. You know what I mean? So I just want to take the moment and the time to apologize for my ignorance. Want to take the moment and the time to apologize for my ignorance, my shilligans, if I pronounce the word properly, and just my whole, just the whole vibes, just that whole video. I contemplating like for about 2-3 days to delete that video, and I'm like, I'm not deleting it because YouTube have a policy when you delete videos, you have to start all over again with YouTube algorithm, and I'm like, I don't want to do that, you know what I mean? So I'm just want to take the time to apologize for that. Also, there's so much things happen, you know what I mean, since I have a hole in my pants. Don't watch that. There's so much things happen, and then in that video as well, I cussing that day too. I was cussing, and the girl told me I don't have no shit. I'm like, girl, that pant was big, cause I lose a lot of weight, and the shot was big, so it was like this. But the difference is, this one here kind of more close fitted. So I sure you can't see my shape. I have on a different pants now. This pants more close fitted. So then you could turn around, you could see my shape, you could see. But on that particular day, the pants I had was big. So I girt the waist and then the shirt dropped over it. So if you see me at front, I would have looked straight. But if you see me behind, then you would have seen my shape. Plus I started exercise. Guys don't come for me. You know what I mean? So yeah, so in that particular video, I wasn't looking so 100. And then the next thing too, they even talk about my crush. We cussing, we arguing, and they talk about my crush. The crush part, that was yesterday. You ever thought you was beautiful until your crush don't see you as how you see yourself, and then you be like, maybe I'm not that beautiful after all. And then that person who I was cussing with, she always say, you're pretty, do more to get that person attention. And I'm like, if I did get the person attention, then it would just encourage me to spend money, to keep their attention, to look good, to feel, you know what I mean? But because I feel like sometimes I don't feel like I'm the most attractive, but I feel like when I open my mouth, I am. You know what I mean? I feel like my beauty is not just surface level, but it's skin deep. You know what I mean? And I like when people appreciate me as such. And even though I really crush it over this person, they cuss me and tell me I'm crushing over this person and I'm not their type. I clock that. I know I'm not their type. And I'm glad I'm not their type, you know what I mean? Because who's for me is for me, and nobody can take that away from me. You know what I mean? My type is just, it's different. It's unique, just like me. And so that I don't care, you know what I mean? I feel like if this person did give me the time of day, I ain't gonna lie, I would have do. You know, see my way here, they're gonna watch it just be like, darling. But they did not. So why would the fuck, excuse my language, why would I want to spend that on that money where I don't have just to get this person attention? And me being myself and show them, hey, I'm smart, hey, I could have that conversation that you're trying to have with this person who's so pretty, but can't have that conversation. Are you gonna give me the time of it? And I gonna spend my money to look as pretty as that person? No, no. Like, and they cussing me, telling me, "Oh, you like somebody who don't like you," and I'm like, "That's reality. This is the world we're talking about. I'm not the first, and I ain't gonna be the last. I like somebody, yeah, you know." Unless you're somebody like me and I don't like them, that's life. You know what I mean? Get with the program, baby. You know, so there's so much different things occur over, you know, the couple of days where you haven't seen me. There's so much reflection I did too, you know, one-on-one conversation with myself, because I was asking myself just 2 days ago or 2 nights ago, like, the life I truly want to live, what prevented me from living it? You know, and then I come up with something in my head and I'm like, what will I sacrifice, you know, to live it, to gain that life? You know what I mean? And I'm like, my circumstances just like dawn on me and just make me feel like, yeah, just give up. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I can't change the circumstances, so I just want to give up on everything. Like, I don't even want to do me here because I have my rent to pay. You know what I mean? So it's like, I'm like, so I having this conversation with myself the 2 nights ago. I'm like, what if I change? What if I change something about me? Then maybe that would, you know, have a chain effect, and then my circumstances would just randomly change. And as I said, I don't even like how I looking lately, and I see wrinkles. I don't want to get Botox. And how much for that? 6,000 to take. Darling, and I just, I don't know, I just can't. And I'm like, would I say? Because you have a lot of people who save and you know, in Trinidad they say susu, in Jamaica they say partner, through a partner, you know, just to go and do a BBL. And I'm like, you know, when I could save that same money and try to do flip it, and you know what I mean. But I really want to do something, because I'm like. But otherwise from that, I'm like, what I'm willing to sacrifice to get that? And what if I change something about myself? Would that, you know, make my circumstances change? And then I realized I have so much bad habit. Cause first, when I was thinking about changing something about myself, I was going back to like friends. I think I need to change that, because it's just convenient and not nothing substantial and not nothing, you know, motivate, nothing. It's just negative and convenient. And I feel like I sometimes you have to be uncomfortable to be successful. Even if it's not on a grand deal, it's at least with feel successful within yourself. You know what I mean? And I like people, that's why I like to surround myself with people with similar energy, because I like to be around my energy. I could focus more and I could be able to do more or do less, you know. But so I think I want to go back to that. And I started exercise, so that is one thing I changed. And with my diet now, I kind of want to balance it. So I kind of want to like put fish. I want to start to eat back fish, like, because I'm losing weight. Because I fasting every now and then, and right now I'm basically skin and bone. It's just that I feel like God gave me a bone right here, that just I have a little hip, that no matter what I do and how much weight I lose, it's still there. It's that bone right here. But otherwise, I'm skin and bone, and people calling me smally and these things, and I'm coming from people calling me thick as and slim thick and, you know, to these smally, and, you know, sometimes people even mistaken me to be, you know, very, very young. But then when they look at my face, they're like, no, 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 no. But this is the truth, you know. Anyways, I had to go, so we're going to talk on my way or when I reach at work. Darling.